All right, guys, let's get back to it. It's that time again. We are talking about City of Heroes on the Homecoming servers, specifically Excelsior, where I have my level 50s. Well, I got a whole bunch of them there. So this is the 50/50 showcase, the series here on YouTube, where I'm going to be showcasing 50 level 50 characters over 50 days. Five from each of the various different archetypes, with the exception of stalkers and scrappers, because I don't have any. And today is number eight, Enceladus. He is the third brute on my list of characters. He has spines as his melee attack set. He's got ice armor as his defense and the dreaded earth mastery. With this guy, his sort of plan, his theme, his scheme is really sort of a controlling type of brute. He's got a lot of slowing, a lot of, I don't say a lot of, but really just the slows, the immobilizing, a little bit of hold, some stun. So he's kind of a little bit of a controller E build. But his main thing, actually, the reason I built him in the first place was as a ice farmer. Yes, that's right. I have created an ice farm because at the time when I was first doing this, I was like, oh yeah, if ever does fire farm, I wonder if you could farm ice. So I went ahead and made a map, made a farm, made this character, and sure enough, that's how I got him up to level 50, and all his incarnates are tier 4s running that farm. I might actually do a quick, 10 minutes of it today if the mood strikes me, just kind of show what his main theme was based around. But if you take a look at the mids build, you'll be able to see what it is I went for and how that does tie into the farm, and then also how that ties into his overall strategy. Oh, by the way, I noticed on my last video, number 7 with Tethys, I had the columns on mids here set to 4 columns, which is why it cut off the ends. And sadly, you guys were unable to see what I was talking about over here in the side rows or columns. So got that fixed today, just to make sure that everybody sees what I'm talking about. Anyway, here's his build. Fairly pricey, not crazy over the top though, but I don't have purple sets, as would be what would really put it over the top, but I do have the brute ATOs. I do have some, procs here and there that are a little bit on the rarer side of things. But as I said, the main thing here is slowing things down. Ice armor has, as part of that concept, is chilling embrace. That's sort of its main slow. Believe it or not, that's really, I think, the only slow in its repertoire. I'm just double checking. Yeah, Icicles is a damage aura, but it does not have a slow built into it. So really only Chilling Embrace in Ice Armor has a slow. It's a pretty beefy slow. Let me lock that into place and you can take a look for yourself. It has a 70, almost 71% debuff on the slow. Make sure all my incarnate stuff's off so you're seeing the raw numbers. Yep, so there it is, and I've got it slotted with a couple of Ice Mistrals with the damage proc in there, and then the impeded swiftness. So I'm really kind of using it as a secondary damaging aura that also slows enemies down. It has a little bit of minus damage debuff in there as well, but you can see the numbers, right? It's right over here. It has a little taunt aura on top of all of that. Now that's not the only slow I have. I've also picked up Earth Control, or not Earth Control, but I picked up Earth Mastery. You can see Quicksand is in there. Quicksand is a patch that has some minus speed, minus movement, jumps and flies, minus defense. Again, take a look over here. You're slow in run speed 50%, you're decreasing flight and that sort of thing. Also lowers defense 10%. So really between Quicksand's, 50% run speed debuff, and you got Chilling Embrace over here, slowing things down 70%. Already right there, you're pretty much flooring the movement speed of enemies if they're right on top of you, and you've got them sitting in your quicksand. So that was kind of the two main things outside of his damage attacks that slow things down. And I don't know if this is a known fact or not, but spines is awesome as a slowing attack set. I don't know how many people actually realize it. I don't think I really realized it until fighting some longbow wardens that have the spines, and you're like, what the hell is slowing me down? Why is my recharge floored? Spines, guys, spines. If you take a look through the power sets, you can see lunge minus speed minus recharge. You've got spine burst minus speed minus recharge. You've got quills minus speed minus recharge. You've got ripper minus speed minus recharge. You've got barb swipe minus speed minus recharge. Throw spines minus speed minus recharge. Like I said, icicles for some reason doesn't have a minus speed, which is kind of odd. And then you've got your stone prison, which has a minus defense, minus fly, so it does debuff at least a type of movement. Fossilized has some more minus defense, plus it's a hold. Stalagmites more minus defense and has a disorient power, and I already mentioned quicksand. So if you look at it, every single one of your attacks over here in spines has a minus speed, minus recharge. You know, crazy. I'm not even sure ice, assault, ice attacks have all of that amount of minus speed, minus recharge. But you throw all that together with chilling embrace, with quicksand, enemies are not moving. Okay, they're going to be slowed. They're going to be unable to fly, unable to jump. Then you've got a couple of controls that you're throwing out there. Stalagmites with the chance to disorient, fossilize with the hold. You got your immobilize. I threw some damage procs here and there. I've got a minus. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the best powers in ice armor is energy absorption. So that is a minus endurance debuff. So you can like drain like half of your target's endurance with that. Plus I threw in some damage procs here. Chance for side damage, but the rest is just recharge, just siphoning people's endurance. What else you got? You got Ripper has a nice knockdown to it, so that or knock back. So with all those slows and a little bit of hold, immobilize, stun, knockback in here, things aren't going anywhere. Things are going to be floored endurance after a couple of energy absorptions. Things are going to be floored speed, floored recharge, and you're just going to start gutting them at that point. So another one of these builds that perhaps the overall numbers for defenses and such aren't, something to write home about, although he's got pretty solid numbers there. But if you take his defensive values, his resistance values, and you layer those on top of the controls, his mitigation is pretty solid. And that was something I kind of, with all my builds, as I've mentioned, I've got this layered approach to whatever it is, defenses, debuffing, you name it. And I also like to put together builds that aren't just doing what you're supposed to do. So blasters aren't just damage, brutes aren't just damage, survival. I'm trying to make my brutes, my tanks have a decent set of control ability built into them as well, so that they can, contribute not just by taunting and aggro management, but by slowing stuff down, locking stuff down, kind of chipping in with some of the controls here and there, plus just, obviously the damage output. But you can kind of see where a lot of my stuff has, damage procs put into it, and that was really kind of where the farmer sort of side of things got here. So I've got, damage proc and lunge. See spine burst, no, but I've got the two damage procs and chilling embrace. Taunt has a damage proc in it. Energy absorption has a damage proc in it. Ripper, no. Let's see, stalagmites, yes, damage proc in that one. Fossilized, damage proc. Stone prison, damage proc. Icicles, proc, and proc. I had 4 procs in that. Kind of making icicles like a, so I was trying to obviously make this a farmer, so I was trying to get as fire armor-y output of damage as I could get without having a burn patch. So between you've got chilling embrace, energy absorption, and icicles. Plus, you got quills. Don't forget, quills is firing out left and right. You've got really 4, damage aura, PB, AOE style ways to hurt people. On top of all your other things, I have quicksand has a damage proc in it, so I've got damage everywhere I could throw a little something in there. And so he's pretty solid in the farming department. But today's video is really not about farming. It's going to be about, hey, how does this guy perform solo and regular old content, and then how does he perform in a standard team? Because one thing I'm sure you may have heard about or experienced yourself is that a lot of farm builds really are so focused that they suck at other things. So, for instance, you might be so great at a fire farming build, but as soon as you go on task force and try to do some level 50 something stuff, or you try to do some incarnate content, you're so gimped because you got only like two attacks, the PBAOE stuff, and that's all you had. Anyway, this character's not built that way. And then the last thing we'll take a look at are the incarnate things. So I've got the agility to improve recharge and endurance because he is going to be, firing out attacks a lot. He's got agility, I'm sorry, ageless, so some more recharge, endurance gaining there. He's got melee, which I prefer this to assault for my farmers actually. I just because it gives them a boost of defense and regen. In this case, defense regen, resistance if you go with I think it's core. But anyway, it gives you survivability. I know some people will sit here and completely build defense caps with everything and go farming that way. Hey, that's great if that's what you want to do. But I'm trying to make this guy a little bit more, useful in different areas. So I've got the melee radial here, so I can get in there. He's going to do enough damage anyway. That okay, sure, assault, will get you even more damage. But again, trying to branch out, trying to be a little bit more universal, a little bit more generic, so he can do other stuff. Pyronic is a great, damage, plus it has a stun, so the stun kind of stacks with stalagmites there. And then Degenerative is a great, debuff on the interface with the max hit point debuff and the toxic damage over time. I grabbed the Ruleroo Radial Support Allies. I just kind of like the way they look matching with the way this guy looks because they sort of all look sort of alien, right? When you see this guy, this picture doesn't really do him justice, but he's a very alien looking creature. So the Ruleroo kind of fits in with that theme. So when I activate all these things, kind of take a look at the numbers here. You can see my defenses are up in the mid-low 40s for the big stuff like Smash, Lethal, Energy, right? He's got team defenses in his other stats. Cold damage resistance is, capped. Plus, when I do the cold farm, minus speed, minus recharge is in those enemies' attacks. So having lots of debuff resistance to that, I'm capped on that. This guy does not get slowed. He does not have his recharge affected at all with all of his different just ice armor and other set bonuses. So anyway, lots of defenses, solid resistance to smash and lethal. Cold, he's not even going to feel that at all. Like I said, he's already debuff resistant in a lot of different things like speed and recharge. I think he's also got some defense debuff resistance as well. So I've got that agility. You click in the melee, you click in degenerative, you click in ageless, and your recovery's 500%, regen's like 250. Your recharge is 86. He's just throwing out damage left and right. Plus, he's lower in the max hit points, so he can clear mobs pretty quickly. All right, so let's go ahead and stop talking about him and see what he can do. I'm gonna go ahead and pause our vid here and get a couple missions going. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start with some of the council stuff. Like I've been doing. I'm actually set at +4 times 8, which I'm not that I'm afraid of it. I just think I might reset it just to match what I was doing with the other ones. Just, kind of be more scientific about it. So give me one more second. Let me reset this to a lower difficulty, and I'll be right back with that. All right, I'm back. Reset the mission. I am fighting council +2 times 6. This will be a direct comparison to my other introductory test solo missions. So remember the solo, the whole point of this is not really to challenge the build, but to just demonstrate tactics, what it can do, how it acts, that sort of thing, get a feel for it, shake the rust off for me as the player. Then I'll bump it up to, +3 times 8, run another solo just to see how tough the build is overall, and then I'll start doing some team stuff. And again, I might throw in my ice farm here just to kind of demonstrate what this guy was actually built to do. But anyway, here he is. This is Enceladus. He is my Spines Brute. ice armor. I think he looks pretty cool. His actual costume doesn't look this cool. It's not until you turn on the armors and the quills and stuff with those sweet icy spikes you can get. And I like stealth in this guy because it kind of makes him translucent as well. Got to go with the pretty, right? All right, let me go ahead and get this going. So sometimes let's come on in here, stomp. He's going to draw a lot of aggro. Boom. Boom. Drain. Back up to full. So yeah, with quills, you just have a constant, damage output plus icicles, same thing. Boom, boom. A little bit of control thrown in there. That's that group. Throw the taunt out there. Get quicksand put down. And I will use energy absorption as a damaging attack, actually, because I do have it slotted for damage. So this is just one of those kind of slow kills. You can just sit here and, stand still and kill all these guys with your auras. I do have the stealth built into his run, so celerity. So if I don't want to be stealthy, I can shut it off. If I do want to be stealthy, I'm going to show you the slowing effect. Those damn werewolves, I think they're immune. But if you look at these guys, it's a few seconds of slow. They're just standing there. Taunt these guys over here. And put down the slow patch. Got a ranged couple attacks with the controls. Because they do the damage over time, I like the damage proc in there to kind of give a little bit of a spike. Throw some Pyronic out. Pyronic plus Stalagmites is, a great opener. Because you can double stun with that. You can get in close. You turn on your patch. Let your auras go to work. I did not take Impale. Just don't like the big wind up on that power. This energy drain, there we go. Those guys think about coming over here. Again, if you look at the slow on the guys in the back there, they are just stuck. Now they get out of the patch. By this time, they're going to be toast. Boom. So Spines is a great slowing set. If you look for something like that, Spines is the way to go. Helps keep, the bad guys off your team as well. Oh, and energy absorption, I forgot if I mentioned it, but it gives you a little bit of touch of defense. Top of everything else. Ooh, we got a boss in here. I missed. Taunt these guys over here. See if they can make it. Down he goes. And you got a decent amount of defense debuff on top of everything else from Quicksand and your two single target Earth Mastery controls. So you could potentially slot some Achilles heals, minus resistance in here as well. Just depends on what you're going for. I'm going to activate my assault and kind of just walk in there to see my numbers go up about 5% or so, depending on how many people I get in there. I got about 28% melee at one point. I think that goes up to 8 targets that you'll get a couple percent defense from them. So one thing with, if you are going to take the melee hybrid power, you got to get into melee. It also has a taunt aura to it as well, if the description's right, which actually could make it a useful power, let's say, for instance, sentinels who have pretty good survivability but don't have a way to maintain aggro. That could be a useful hybrid pick for you. I don't think I've taken on any of mine myself. I was just thinking about it as I'm doing these. I'm thinking ahead because I'll be doing sentinels in a couple weeks, I think. Man, I sure would love my sentinels to be able to hold aggro because they can survive. And with the damage auras, what's great is, I don't have to actively try to hold aggro. I can just let spine or quills and icicles and Chilling Embrace draw aggro. And Chilling Embrace is also going to help keep them from attacking a lot. So it's going to act as a damage mitigator as well, not just for me, but for the whole team. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, pause this, fire up the next episode here, or the next mission. I'm going to go with times 8 plus 3. All right, we're back. This is set 2 plus 3 times 8. Archon Manuela and guards need to be spanked. So we're going to go find them, take care of the business. There they are. They're over there. Oops, almost. Luckily that wasn't a PB AoE. Boom, hit with the 2 big boom booms. Takes care of most of the enemies at this point. I got guys stunned, as I was saying. Just taunted him to death with the damage proc. Guys sitting at range, wanting to play sniper. Can stone him. I don't really need to pay attention to the guys next to me. So that's something else to keep in mind, that with your damage auras, you're constantly pulling aggro, you're constantly doing damage. So you're doing your job as a brute. So I'm able to focus, in the field of battle and see what other targets need to be either taunted closer, or I can throw out fossilize or stone prison on them. Usually when let's say I'm running a farm, I'll just keep energy absorption on auto, because it's other damage. Plus I'm just throwing out so many attacks and not really paying attention to my endurance. A mission, though, I won't do that. Stupid boss back here. Okay, he's all that's left. Getting close. And just start beating him down. I do wish the range on throw spines was a little bit more, but c'est la vie. 1, 2, throw the patch, taunt, let's throw some spines, burst. Let's rip somebody if they want to get close enough. Now, if I was on a team, I wouldn't just block the whole doorway like this unless I was trying to defend the team from somebody. Okay, he's toast. We get some 54s over here, yay. Okay, get my energy absorption. Gives you like 2.5% extra defense when you hit that. Not terrible. It's Galaxy, so like I'm saying, I can look down the field here, see this guy messing around while I'm not really worried about the guys around me. They are being held in place by the spines and the icicles. And I think, at least the way I play brutes and tanks is I'm usually not looking right in front of me anyway. I'm always constantly scanning because, in my opinion, your job is to protect the team. So you need to be looking more for ranged danger than the melee stuff. The melee stuff is going to be attracted to you anyway, just with your taunt auras and things. So you really don't need to worry too much about that. But who's firing from range? Can you draw their attention, especially if it's somebody throwing some big AoE bombs or something and all your little squishy friends around you are getting nuked? Or, your own squishies who are at range are getting shot behind you. So it's good to kind of see what's going on. Right? All right, here is the old squeeze play room or hallway of death. So if you don't know this one, there's gonna be a group around here to the left, and there's a group here in the room to your right. So usually what people do is if you're a total noob, you don't know what's going on, you run straight here, you turn the corner, and you run smack into that group. And meanwhile, you just aggro the people behind you so they come booking out here. Other groups will maybe see a mob kind of sticking through the wall or at the door here and go, oh, there's groups in there, and they'll charge in there and get stuck. That will then trigger, again, aggro. From this side, you'll then get bottlenecked right here, especially as your allies, your squishy friends come in behind you and they start trying to help you in this room over here because they can't see you, right? So they need to move forward to get line of sight through the door. They turn their back on the enemies right over here and smash. It's like the Malachi Crunch right here. So you don't want to be stupid. If you see a group, you can taunt them back, take them here, or if I see them here, I can pull these guys this way and get them all in this room or all in this hallway. Like right here, you see that guy? Yeah, let's throw this at him. Okay. All right, I got them all coming now. But don't also they can come out the left side here by going up and around. So don't think you're perfectly safe right here. Because there's a bridge up above you that joins these two small side rooms. So as said in a few of the previous videos, map awareness is a skill that you should have if you've been playing the game for a while anyway. But yeah, this is where, noob teams usually get killed in this hallway. So you can see I'm really not focusing on the guys in front of me, just focusing in on this Archon back here. I know all my auras are going to kill these guys soon enough that are next to me. I'll really only pay attention if it is a boss that's next to me. Done. There you go. 2 groups, no problem. And don't forget that just because your character might be able to handle a situation like that, like running in there and getting mugged from 2 sides, the other people on your team might not be able to. They might not have an awesome build like you do. So they're following you, right? Going, oh, you're the tank, you're the brute, you got me, you're going to keep me safe. And meanwhile, bam, you're not paying attention to the guys from the other side. They all get smoked. Or you get out of line of sight. They can't help you if they can't see you. I like the, what is it, Hoarfrost, and getting over 1,000 HPs on that. These stupid Archons are always hiding. Here, why don't you come up here? There you are. Join the party. Yeah, I thought about using ice armor as a endurance draining build because energy absorption is that good in my opinion. So you could team it up with, let's say, electric attacks or Mew mastery. Could probably do a decent energy draining build with that concept. I thought about it, haven't done it though. It should work. Yeah, you don't want to get in a corner with this guy. He will just punish you. There's going to be another group to the left. Normally I wouldn't do this, but this guy can handle it, so why not? This is another classic noob trap room. Because of just that reason. You don't realize there's a group to your left. You go charging straight ahead. The guy's right in front of you, but they are leading you into a bait and switch. It's better to kind of take them right around this corner here. Guess there's a boss over there. Yeah, see stupid rockets. So I'm gonna give him the pleasure. Come on over here if you want to hit me with the rocket. There we go. Mobilize you. These galaxies are just as annoying. Duck around here. That guy like flipped over backwards. Okay, finish this guy off. And there you have it. 2 for 2. All right, I'm going to go ahead and either get a team going real quick or run a few minutes of that ice farm I was talking about, just so you have an idea of, again, what this guy was really originally built to do. All right, let me pause. All right, and jumped over here to Architect Entertainment, the AE building in Capo Diablo. I am going to do a few minutes of this Frost World Circus. This is my ice farm I created with my other account. It is 34204 ARC ID in case you are interested in trying it yourself with your own ice armor. Make sure you have minus speed, minus recharge, debuff resistance. Otherwise, you will get trounced. Cold damage farm for ice armor, Frost World Circus, and it has been revamped for those page 4 nerfs that were put in there. So let me go ahead and fire this up real quick. We'll talk to Freya here. Accept that. I am set to 54s, right? So plus 4 times 8. That's what I got going. So if you're looking for something other than a basic fire farm, why not ice farm? So it is the outdoor map with the circus. Got a bunch of custom foes here for you, elite bosses, cool stuff like that. Let me get my pets going. The Ruruskis here. Set to aggressive mode. Eat a couple of candies. Throw this. Boom that. Yeah, turn on my auto. As I mentioned, I just fired this to auto. Oh no, I've got aggro from another group over here. My pets are gonna die. So yeah, if you try this farm without debuff resistance to speed and movement speed, recharge, these guys will floor it. Like I can't even jump because they've got me, they've got, was it Frostbite immobilized, so that's fine. I don't need to move. I just keep taunting people over here. Let's throw a judgment over there, get their attention, right? Yeah, this is not a farm you want to bring some noobs who don't have ice armor or some sort of winter sets, that kind of thing. They're just trying to follow you around. They're going to get crushed. Some of this stuff. So I just have energy absorption on auto to make sure my endurance stays high. Keeps my defenses up. Does damage. I've got icicles damaging. Chilling embrace is damaging. My taunt damages. Quills are damaging. My quicksand has a damage proc in it. Let's finish this group and then we'll get into some actual missions here. Yeah, I just wanted to show you this was the guy's original intention, was to farm ice, which he does quite well. And once I got this guy originally farmed, I think a friend of mine helped me get him farmed with his fire farmer. Then I made this guy, made an ice farm. Actually got 62, I think, likes on it, or well, stars anyway. All right. Boom. 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 Toast. Easy, right? That is what this farm is. I'm gonna go ahead and pause and I'll get a team going. Okay, I'm getting this team fired up. I'm gonna do some missions this time around. I've got Captain Mako's follow-up arc to his patron unlock. So his patron unlock comes right before this one. This is the one. Yeah, somebody else wants to join us. Yes, room for one more. What do we got? We've got a tank, couple blasties. We got some sort of widowy one. I think there was somebody who was a mastermind. Green Inferno. What does that sound like to you? Defender, maybe? No. Sentinel. All right, we are short on support and high on life. Let's see. All right, this dude, listen, guys, if I say it's a red team and oh, I want to join after a few minutes and you still haven't freaking come over to the red side. Yeah, man. We're red side, so let me know. Let me know when you get here. All right. If you don't know what red side is, then I can't help you. Sorry. But for those of you who might be new, the game has two sides. Well, three technically. Blue side is hero side. Okay, that's Paragon City. And red side is the villain side. And that is, oh my fucking, this guy is kidding me, killing me. He says he's here. Nah, he says you're an enemy, bro. Okay. You're an enemy. Yeah. You know where red side is? All right, this guy's got 3 seconds. Otherwise, I'm gonna frickin' invite somebody else. Anyway, red side, Rogue Isles, villains. Okay, you can cross sides, but you gotta go to Pocket D, Null the Gull, or else you gotta run the morality missions. Blah blah blah. The tip missions I've run in some of my other videos. 2 minutes? I don't have 2 minutes, bro. You're on your own. Whatever. Let's go in there. He can join us. I'll give him his 2 minutes, but. All right, man. 3 leaders. Let the interrogations begin. Let the interrogations begin. You know, I'm trying to make videos here, and this guy wants me to wait 2 minutes for nonsense. Come on. You don't say, hey, I'll join a team and ask for 2 minutes. You're either ready or you're not. Or say, hey, I'll be a couple minutes if you can hold the spot. Okay. All right, toast to these guys. Ooh, let me turn off my auto here. That's only when I'm farming. Oh, look at this tank, dude, bro. All right, man. If you got the sack, get in there, but don't cry to us if you're dead. All right. Person's here. I'm not even sure what level this guy is. Maybe I'll bail him out. He's 51. Well, let's see. Info. Nice. Bet level is Rad Titan. He should be able to hold. He's got a bunch of powers, so yeah, should be able to hold up. Although, you know, the circle's got a lot of debuff, I think. Hello. All right, everybody's here. We have a team of 8. Uzami, what do you think? Stalker, Scrapper. I'm going Scrapper. This guy's got that radiation paper armor going or something. You can see he's taking damage like a beast. That's like vet level, what, 102? Yeah, look at that, guys. 102 vet levels. It takes about 33 or so to unlock all your tier 4s if I remember my math. It takes about vet level 12 to get tier 3s and everything. I think it's vet level 33. You should have enough threads and stuff to do tier 4s. After that, it's just gravy. Yeah, oh. Oh, I gotta talk. Someone needs a talking to? I didn't even see there was somebody. Well, gotta circle back, right? Circle back. We'll circle back to that. Oops, maybe I should probably should have clicked at least one extra purple. All right, Uzami, you are a dominator. Okay, I'll give you a second chance because you're playing my favorite archetype. Let's go find someone else to interrogate. Way back here. I guess interrogation just means pounding them into soup. There we go. Consider them questioned. Ooh, nice. All right, that's one. Let's see what else we can get. Let's see if Mako's got something else good for us to do. Speak with Arachnos. He's around here somewhere. Talkie. Do. All right, so I'm just running at Mako's second arc here. Let's see what. Whoa. Flew right past him. Let's see what Arachnos wants. Nothing. Who cares? Mission. Leviathan. Hello. Yes. silly gooses. All right, mission select. All right, yes, I vaguely remember that. You get ambushed on that one. Let's go inside of here. Mako's second arc isn't too bad. It's, interesting-ish. Except for the Psi font, if I remember, that's in this one. Okay, catch up. What we got? It's empty is what we got. There they are. Maybe we'll... Let's do this. Should I? Of course. Where's our tank, man? We're gonna need him. Our tank's missing. Oh, crap. Come on, it's King of the Hill. King of the Hill. Oh, that's our tank, so that's why they're not coming up. God, dude, I was playing King of the Hill. You have him down here? These slows are doing pretty good, and you can see guys are crawling as they're trying to get past me. I don't know what that Dom's doing to get so much aggro. Not sure our tank is taunting or not. Guy in the water. Snowick, dude, you're leaving your team back here with bosses, bro. I'm not sure what the hell we were supposed to be doing in here. Interrogating, yeah, but there's some more guys. Oh no, Fuzami. Bro, who's killing you? Oh, oh, whoa. So, oh, I see. Hold on. Somebody's got to call that shit out. I didn't see him. Is that 40 on Succubus? Come on. It's a weird bug. Hey, Snowick, I got the back part. Why don't you handle this shit up here for me, buddy? Yeah, I didn't see an alert that there was somebody coming. Although if I did, I wouldn't have aggroed that next group. Got him. Alright, let's exit this. Alright, it was my bad. I didn't see him. Alright, let's call this in. Steal the Ritual of Zakhan. Shit, who else has got TT? Anyone else got TT? Anyone else got TT? Select. Arachnerd is leaving. See ya. Alright, I'm gonna... Yeah. Team Transporter. Let's see if I get another body. 54 times 8. Red team looking for one more. Piggy kisses. Oh, don't go in there solo. If there's if it might be a hot door. Yeah, watch out for hot doors. Oh, usually this map, I swear, has a hot door. I don't know if it's this mission, but it's been a couple times I've come in here. It's like you get freaking murdered on the way in. 54 times 8. Red team looking for one more. We're gonna run. We'll do at least this mission. Maybe one more, depending on how quickly it takes. Not, we'll just call it after that. We'll see. I think you're getting the idea, right? We got some controls. We got a lot of slows. You know, we're a brute. You get the gist. Oh, you're such an enemy of mine. I can't invite you. Alright, well, whatever. Again, guys. Red, you switch sides, okay? If you can't switch right away, then say, hey, let me switch. I got places to go, people to see. One sec. No, I don't have a sec. Oh, I hate Arachnodes. There's another group there. Careful, boys. Oh, they're gonna see. They're gonna see. Ah, shit. Alright. I don't really want to go in there. Because I got all that size shit. Alright, give me my Rulus out here. Alright, it's time. Break out the Rulus. Man, guys, there was a whole nother group that just ran right past them and aggroed the shit out of them. See what I was talking about in the solo missions? These people are not paying attention. And then other people get murdered because they're following right behind you. Yes. All right. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, dude, you got another twofer. You got another twofer. Yeah. Hold on. Bro, you're gonna get me freaking killed inviting you. Shit. We just nuked the shit out of me. Oh, fuck. That was my bad. My bad. I'm coming. My B. My Rularoos don't fail me now. This is getting serious, guys. This is getting fucking serious. Stop aggroing, please. Dude, I am taking side damage up the yin yang. I do not have a lot of defense for that, if any. She's gonna do it. It's too much debuff, guys. Too much debuff. Oh, man, we're down. We're down. Man down. Look. Arachnos ain't playing, okay? Uh-oh. Somebody killed these side bitches. Maybe this is it. Nope. These guys are serious. These guys are serious about keeping this ritual to themselves. Oops, turn off my shield. Didn't want to do that. Back. Why am I kidding? I need some freaking inspirations drop because I'd eat so many in that first couple fights. I really don't want to taunt with this many people around me. I really need to change the name of the stalagmites for brutes because it's nowhere near as effective as these stalagmites for controllers. Call it Earth Stomp or something. I don't know. She's gonna scream. Stay away from her. That was pretty far back. I still got hit by that shit. Click this. Hopefully it doesn't trigger any shit. Here's another one. That's over there. Oop. Look at all these boxes and nothing. Nothing. I don't know if anybody has any debuff here on this team. Don't let her do it. Don't let her do it. Get her. Get her. Shit. Get your ass up there. Speed over there. There's some chests. I think Fizzy just got up too from a death. Stay away from those queens. It's gonna make me click every single one of these, isn't it? Come on, that was rigged. Rigged. Good job. You almost all survived. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up the vid with that. Covered pretty much all the stuff I wanted to see. Wanted to show. So, spines, ice, earth, pretty heavy, slow controlling type of brute. Pretty decent survivability, except for Psy. Other than that, pretty good. Try it out if you want to, ice farm or just slow a bunch of crap down. Thanks for checking it out. Catch you later.